Alright, here we go. Let's do it. One video a day, every day for 30 days. Today we are talking about muscle growth, specifically building up those lagging body parts. If you want to build muscle, you can find a ton of intelligently designed programs online that will get you started with the basics. It's not hard to find a good, well-reviewed program that gives beginners all the right stuff. I'm talking about the best exercises, appropriate intensities, appropriate workout duration, progressive sets and rep schemes, and so on. Might I even recommend starting by Googling a few of the industry standard strength programs. This includes starting strength, ice cream fitness 5x5, and push-pull legs. And if you're stuck at home, you can even check out my quarantine training plan from the early days of the COVID lockdowns. And that'll get you started on the right foot. You'll be doing compound movements, using the right intensities, applying the appropriate rest intervals, and a myriad of other factors that are, considered in these training programs. But once you've been consistently training properly for a few months, you should notice your body adapting. You should feel stronger and more toned overall. Keyword: overall. Unfortunately, your body will not likely adapt exactly how you want it to. You might not build muscle exactly where you want muscle. Even if you're doing the right exercises in your workouts, even if you're doing the bicep curls and the squats, your biceps and glutes might not grow as fast as your triceps and quads. And although anatomy and genetics play a big role in muscle adaptation, they're not the only things that matter. First, you need to make sure you have your form down, you don't have any muscle imbalances, you don't have any excessive tightness that's preventing you from using the right muscles for the right exercises. Get all that down, and then we can move on to this next principle that you might be overlooking. If all other factors of your training program are appropriate, but you still have a lagging body part, this could work for you. Don't blame your genetics. Don't let the hand that you've been dealt stop you from playing the game. I just want you to play the game smart. In the words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, success isn't always about greatness, it's about consistency. And one of the most overlooked principles in training programs is consistency, or frequency. And frequency just refers to how often you train a specific muscle group. It's common knowledge that you shouldn't pass about 2 intense weightlifting sessions per muscle group per week. Overtraining your muscles is very real, and I can say from personal experience that it will wreck your health, it'll wreck your hormones, it'll ruin your sleep, and yes, you can say goodbye to those sweet, sweet gains from doing too much in the gym. This is because effective workouts are designed to break down muscle tissue, and then they demand a period of repair and recovery in order for that tissue to be broken down again. If every single workout you do is super intense and breaks down muscle fibers, then yeah, you want to limit that frequency. But here's the catch. Maybe not every workout needs to be super intense and geared towards breaking down muscle fibers. There are factors that contribute to muscle adaptation that are beyond repair and recovery. Recovery and adaptation are simply not the same thing. Just to break out a dictionary and make it easy, recovery is the process of returning to a normal state of health, mind, or strength. Adaptation is the action or process of adapting to meet the requirements of imposed demands. Just because you're sore doesn't mean you're adapting. This might be why your arms hurt, but they're not growing like your pecs. You're going through recovery in your arms, but you might still need more adaptation in your arms. And you must still limit that intense frequency so that your muscles can recover before that next big intense workout session. But in the meantime, on your rest days, there's still an opportunity for muscular adaptation to occur. At the end of the day, high intensity, infrequent workouts will be the cornerstones of building muscle. That's just the tried and true industry standard. It's been proven time and time again. Heavy weights build muscle. But more frequent workouts with very low intensity could be the hidden Easter egg of hypertrophy. In practice, this means doing your heavy intense workouts a few times per week, and then doing really comfortable light workouts on your rest days. And I honestly don't even know if you can consider these workouts. They're actually referred to as trigger sessions in a strength training program that I recently completed called MAPS Anabolic. So these expert trainers and programmers took a look at the forearms of mechanics and the calves of mail carriers, and they realized that lower intensity, higher frequency stimulus to the muscles allows for pretty much constant adaptation. Mailmen have great calves and mechanics have great arms, but this isn't because they're in the gym lifting heavy weights. Instead, they're just sending subtle but consistent anabolic signals to different body parts, and these different body parts are adapting to these imposed demands. The intensity needs to be low enough to not cause muscle damage, but high enough to send that muscle building signal. They just need to stimulate that adaptation adaptation. You just need your arms to be like, hey brain, we got bolts to crank, we need some muscle. You need your calves to be like, hey brain, we got packages to deliver, we got stairs to climb, we need some of that sweet muscle. And that's kind of sort of how it works in layman's terms, but this concept can be applied to your body as a whole, or you can just target specific lagging muscle groups like I've done. So if your biceps are lagging, try performing a few lightweight sets of bicep curls throughout the day. Perhaps you can keep a set of resistance bands in your office and just do a few sets every couple hours. You don't want to go hard. This isn't an actual workout. You just want to feel the pump and then stop. You want to make sure that there's blood flowing to the muscle, that the appropriate muscle is feeling a slight burn, and then you stop. And I posted my personal training routine on my Instagram a few weeks back, so I'll reference that quickly to show you how it looked for me. Personally, I had great results doing 2 heavy workouts per week. This means working with pretty heavy weights. Doing 2 to 4 sets of 4 to 8 reps with about 95% intensity. Then on the other 5 days, I'm doing these trigger sessions, which involve very light weights, 3 to 10 sets of 10 to 20 reps with roughly 25% intensity. And the trigger sessions are actually best implemented throughout the day, so it's not like I'm doing all 10 sets in one little session. It's better to just do like 3 sets in the morning, 3 sets in the afternoon, 3 sets in the evening, so that you can really disperse the frequency of that anabolic signal. And just a side note, if you are training your arms like I was, it's important to do biceps and triceps because your triceps are actually the bigger muscle on your arms, so you want to make sure you're paying close attention to both. But like I said, you can apply this to any lagging muscle group or your entire body as a whole, however you want to make it work for you. That's what this is about, making it work for you. But before ending this video, I want you to understand that this is not the only way to build up lagging body parts. But it worked for me, and it has worked with a couple of my own personal fitness clients. And although there's not a lot of scientific literature to back up this philosophy yet, the anecdotal evidence is quite convincing. So if you have the time and energy, although you don't really need that much energy because these workouts are inherently not very difficult, so if you have the time, give trigger sessions a go and let me know how they work for you. Also, if you enjoyed this training philosophy, please check out the MAPS fitness training programs. They've got a ton of interesting programs on their website that I've learned a lot from, and I've even gone through personal training certifications, and I'm not even endorsed by them. I have no affiliation with this company, so I'm just showing my respect to a valuable resource that I think you can utilize. But if you'd like more one-on-one assistance, you can certainly reach out to me at the contact form on my website, you know, if you want. Anywho, I'm out here making a video a day, every day for 30 days. This is the first video that Mabel is not a part of, but she's asleep on the couch, so sorry about that. So come back tomorrow for another video, maybe a dog, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.